Rest. Deliberate rest, radical rest, intentional rest. And why am I talking about rest? Because rest is one of those like elusive things that most people in the work world are looking for. We have been sold a bill of goods when it comes to the hustle and grind culture and no sleep culture. And it has taken a toll on our perspective, on our health, on our ability to have a quality of life, because rest has been pretty much eliminated from what it means to live a successful life. So I'm here to start a series called Deliberate Rest or Radical Rest, where I'm sharing my tips, strategies, resources, and my story about how I've integrated rest, how I've made it a priority, along with other self-care strategies, integrating into my life, because it's so crucial to rest. It's crucial to stop, to pause, to make rest a revolutionary part of your life. Now, I know there's other people out there talking about rest, and I love it. That's one of the main reasons why I really started getting into radical self-care, because I realized that rest being a big part of the self-care landscape is one of those probably least talked about topics. And so let's talk about rest. Let's talk about what it means, why we should do it, and how it helps. But first, I have when I say literally just started integrating radical rest into my life, meaning I don't do anything on certain days. Like this past weekend, I sat in my chair, got my snacks, a couple of meals, and I just binged watched one of my Korean dramas. I spent time alone in my room, not really interacting with anyone, because me, especially as an introvert, I need this rest and recharge time in order to be ready to do videos, to do my podcast, to meet with clients, to share parts of myself from the overflow, of course, because I have recharged, because I have filled my cup, because I have given myself the time that I need to rest and restore, recollect my thoughts, give my brain time to process, calibrate, and rest from the week's activity. Now, I also am learning how to integrate other times of rest, including meditation, self-check-ins, the things that really get me back to a state of resetting, so that I'm not going, never stopping, never pausing, never giving myself the time, space, or energy to just be. And that's what rest for me is all about. That's what deliberate rest is, even to the point where you're scheduling your rest. Now, I know that oftentimes we are really calendar centric, we're productivity centric, we give ourselves all these different to-dos, things that we must do, and the list goes on and on and on. But I just want to let you know that you don't have to have this long to-do list, but if you decide to keep it, integrate rest in it. Make it part of high priority, a list priority. Make rest an A-list priority. In some cultures, I'm sure they integrate rest in the workday in the form of a siesta, in the form of long lunches, in the form of nap time. And wouldn't it be nice if we could do that in America? Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. We don't have that integrated. Instead, we make people feel guilty, feel ashamed, feel less than, feel lazy even, for wanting to pause, to rest from their work, to enjoy life. Within these cultures, which I truly admire, they are putting people first, I believe, instead of money first, capitalism, and all the trappings of it. And there's nothing wrong with capitalism. There's nothing wrong with wanting more and deciding you want to have wealth. That is admirable. However, it has to be balanced, especially for women, balanced with rest, because we need more rest than men need. We need more downtime because there is so much required of us just by the fact that we happen to be women. And the roles that have been thrust upon us that says you must be a mother, you must be a daughter, you must be a friend, you must be a partner, you must be an employee, you must be the person that I can call on for any and everything I need anytime, day or night. And that's not sustainable. And then on top of that, we're being business owners too. And we're doing great. We're doing great in our business. But the rest, it gets put on the back burner. it feels like we have no time for it. Again, that team no sleep concept, because we're trying to get the bag, we're trying to win new clients, we're trying all to do all the things in terms of marketing, in terms of building our new offers, and all of that again is great. But integrating rest is even greater because it makes you feel good. When you get 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep, rest per night, your body literally repairs itself. It literally dumps out all the old and it refreshes for the new day. And if you deny your body that opportunity to do that, you set yourself up for so many unfortunate things that happens in your body in terms of dis-ease, including headaches, insomnia, irritability, brain fog, and other health issues that are exacerbated by this lack of sleep, lack of rest, and probably more than likely stress-filled life. I'm here to give you permission to pause. I'm here to give you permission to do what you need to do in order to integrate this deliberate, intentional, radical rest in your life. And as I mentioned, the series that I'm creating that starts now basically is about how to integrate rest specifically now, because right now, this time period that I'm recording this, we are about to enter into the hurried, frenzied, all-encompassing holiday season. And you already know that on top of everything else you're already doing, the holiday season adds more pressure to show up, be available to everyone in the office, everyone in your family, everyone at your church or synagogue or temple. Everyone wants a piece of you during the holidays. Maybe you may be traveling, you may be visiting family, you may be doing all the other traditional things that you normally do during the holidays. And you may find that, hey, it's not sustainable. I need some sleep, some rest, but it feels impossible to get because party after party and cooking and cleaning and again, doing all the things that you do during the holidays, it just does not allow you rest. So I'm giving you this series so you could tap in almost every day, at least weekly, and ask yourself, am I resting? Am I taking a pause? Am I giving myself the time I need in order to refresh, re-energize, renew, restore myself, so that I am able to give from the overflow and not from my last drop? I say that often. And this, unfortunately, is what happens when you are in this constant churn of doing productivity and being available for everyone, especially during the holiday season. And whether it's a holiday season or not, you still need this. This is just punctuated and even more during this time of the year. So make a commitment to yourself to rest. Make a commitment to yourself to stop. Make a commitment to yourself to pause and sit down for 10 minutes and place your hand on your chest and just breathe. Check in. Ask yourself, how am I feeling? What's going on in my life right now? What can I delegate? What can I outsource? What can I just not do, period? What can I add to my stop doing list, especially during this time of year? When you go back and you look at your list of things that you have to do, because I'm sure that many are already creating the list or you already have one saved on your computer or phone or whatever, and it is a long list. This is a time to go back, look at that list, reevaluate, and see where you've integrated rest there. Pen it in, and make it the thing that you decide you want to do because it's a good thing to do, and so that you can give yourself the time, the space, the grace to nurture yourself. And I dare say, nourish yourself with rest. Radical rest is not for the faint of heart, because the pressure from the outside could make you think and believe that you need to be doing more. But I dare say you should be doing less. Less, which gives you a higher quality of output, if that's what you're really looking for, but also less so that you can have a higher quality of life for yourself, so you have more smiles than frowns, so you have more love for the family that you have been working so hard for, so that you can feel that you are taking care of yourself and that you are wrapping yourself up in self-love and just the best that you have to offer you. I hope you'll join me on this deliberate rest series. I hope that you'll comment. I hope that you will share your own ideas of rest, what types of rest you actually need. I put a post up that was talking about the 9 types of rest. And I think if you go back and look at that, you can see, yeah, I need to do that. Yeah, that makes sense for me. And so I want to share quickly some of the topics we're going to go over in our Radical Rest series. We're going to be talking about the productivity paradox, how rest enhances efficiency and creativity. We're going to talk about the different types of rest beyond sleep for your physical, mental, emotional, and social rest. Micro resting, integrating naps in the day. We love a nap, right? The art of saying no and setting boundaries so you can get some rest. Rest as self-care, and we've talked about that just briefly. And then how we overcome rest guilt, because that is big, that's huge. Tech-free rest. I'm a tech wellness consultant, and I definitely advocate for resting from technology because it can overwhelm you, especially social media. Using nature as a form of rest, getting out there and integrating nature, using mindfulness and meditation as rest, and the role of hobbies. We love hobbies, right? In resting. The cultural perspectives on rest as well is what we're going to talk about. We're going to look at the science of it. I'm really hoping to talk to a few scientists about rest and the restorative yoga and gentle movement as a form of rest. Sleep hygiene, like what makes for great sleep at night specifically so that you can get all the hours that you need. So we have a lot lined up for you, right? And so I hope again that you join me on this series of radical rest, deliberate rest, intentional rest, so that your role as mother, as caregiver, as spouse or partner, as parent doesn't get overshadowed because you have nothing left to give because you've not been resting. So join me. I do have a little survey that I would love for you to fill out because I want to know about you and how you are integrating rest in your life, the ways that you have been denied rest, and how you are planning to practice more integrative rest. So let's cheer each other on as we go through this journey of radical rest, of deliberate rest, and I will see you in our next episode of the series. My name is Samantha Gregory. I'm your self-care alchemist and tech wellness consultant and the host of this podcast, The Blissful Life. And I hope that you will subscribe, like, and share this episode and invite your friends, the people who really need to have this, to join us as we talk about deliberate rest, radical rest. And take care and be well and rest well. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Blissful Life podcast. Please be sure to, again, like, subscribe, and share this episode with someone else. Also, go to my website, samanthagregory.com/kit, KIT, and pick up the Next Level Self-Care Kit. I think it's going to be really great for you. There is a resource in there that talks about better sleep. So be sure to download or get access to the Next Level Self-Care Kit on my website at samanthagregory.com/kit. And if you need some one-on-one support as you're on your self-care journey, then I have one-on-one coaching spaces available for you even now. Please click on the link in the description and schedule your time with me. Take care. We'll talk soon.